Hello everyone, welcome back to Sweet Bee Creative Studios. I am Anne and today we have some 3D snowflakes from Diamond Press. They're out of the package because I'm on the design team and I had to make some projects right away. So I'm coming back to record them now and share with you how to make them because they can be a little tricky. Not all of them. These two, I mean, once you know the concept, they go quick. But it's just understanding it. So I think it's important that we work with one of these because these two are the same concept. These are fairly easy to put together. It's straightforward. So let's work on one of these. Now we're going to need, I think it's 9 papers, right? Let's see. Make sure I get everything right for you. So these make a snowflake that kind of open up, and I have a sample I can show you. Hold on. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I don't think I did all of them, or maybe I did, but basically this is how they are. If you glue them once they're made, it keeps its form nicely. I kind of folded it so it didn't, but it makes a pretty 3D snowflake. What I like it for, and you're gonna see on one of my projects, is that I used it as a box topper. So let me see if I can find a box to show you. Hold on. Okay, so let's say this is your box. Of course, you would have a pretty pattern paper. Let's just bring this over, right? This would go on top, right? And yeah, it's very pretty, so it makes a pretty impressive box. Anyway, so that's what basically these two would look like, and they're really big. I'll give you the size of these guys right now. Give me 1 second. Put on my glasses. Okay, this one is 7 inches, 7 by 7, right? So you get a pretty good size snowflake. And this one is 5 3/4 by maybe about 5 inches. Like if you measure it from here, okay? So nice size snowflakes. You can make banners out of this. You can hang it from your ceiling if you want to make that winter wonderland kind of theme for the holidays. You can hang them in your window. And then these guys, they are gonna make one that's, let's see, this one is 8 3/4, and this one is the big guy, and it's going to be about 9 3/4, right? So that's going to be the diameter of your snowflake. Pretty cool. All right, let me get some paper. I'll be right back. Okay, so your first step is going to be, you're going to cut 9 pieces of paper, and you're going to cut them at 6 1/2. So let's do that. By 10. So you're gonna do that 8 more times. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're gonna score. I made some marks on my scoreboard in order to do this, just so I didn't have to like overthink things, right? So we're gonna start by scoring it at, and where's my score tool? Here it goes. Okay, we're gonna score it at 1 7/8, and then we're gonna score it at 4 and, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5/8. And we're gonna do that to all 9 panels, okay? I'll do the first couple with you guys, and then we'll take a pause and I'll do the rest. Now, when we go to cut these things, they're going to be folded in half. So, I mean, your machine, I'm using the Grand Marquis. If it's a manual machine, you got to put a little more strength into it, right? Not too much, but just a little bit. But if you have an electric machine, you can use that as well. They just have to be big enough to be able to hold that die, right? All right, so I'm going to score the rest of these and I'll be back. Okay, so now we're going to take the ones that we've scored and we're going to burnish the edges. Just fold and burnish. And then we're going to glue. Now, you don't want to glue this to this. You want to glue these two together without touching the bottom one. You need to leave that bottom one open, okay? So we're going to add glue. Let's see if this thing wants to work for me today. No, it doesn't. Now I know some have sent me questions asking. I put this on my glue because we had a cold front come in and I didn't want my glue to get damaged because this glue should not be kept at under 40 degrees. So I cover it once it gets cool so I don't lose my glue. So we're just gonna add some up here and we should be good to go after that. So put these down and we're gonna press. So when it dries, you should have something that looks like that. You can see all the way through, right? It's not glued together. All right, I'm gonna do that to the other 8 and I'll be back. Okay, so we got those done. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to lay this down on top. And we're just gonna make sure that we tape it and we tape it making sure we avoid the edges. So if you see, it's a little smaller than the actual snowflake. And that's just meant to keep it attached, right? We want to keep them attached. We don't want this to break up in pieces. So we're going to just do this. And I'm going to add some tape. Let's put one there, and then we're going to run this through. Again, it's not hard to run through, but if you have arthritis or you have a lot of problems with your hands or your wrist, then yeah, you can use any cutting machine you want. But I have arthritis and I'm able to cut it fine, so yeah. All right, let's peel these off. Let's pull this other one off and I'm gonna show you what we end up with and then I'll cut the rest offline because that's going to take a while. All right, so as you can see, since we didn't go to the edge with the die, it kept this attached. See? We're going to fold these in half. And then after the rest is done, you'll see how it comes together. So I'm going to cut the rest of the 9 pieces and then we'll finish assembling. Now again, let's do one more. You are going to tape it down, avoiding those edges, right? So let's do it this way. So kind of putting it in the center of it. See that? You kind of see through. And then you're going to do that to all of them. I'll be back. Okay, so now we're going to start gluing. We have all of our pieces done, and where we're going to glue is right in the middle. So this is the only place that you're going to put glue, right? And that's going to be to glue all of these guys to each other. So we have that one, try to get it even. So hold that down for a second. Yeah, it's gluing. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and glue the rest of them. So you start looking something like this. So you have to glue that. Then you're gonna glue these guys to each other. If it makes it easier for you, then maybe glue these two shut first, and then you could just layer them on. So you would glue those two, and then you can just glue it onto the other one. And we're just gonna keep piling these guys on. I gotta put some glue on this one. And my top one is a little crooked, but you know what, it's fine. You're not gonna be able to tell. Okay, so again, if it makes it easy, then just glue these shut first. Let's glue some of these guys. And then just press, and then maybe we could start gluing this one down. So we're gonna put glue. Lay this on top of the other one. All you have to make sure is that all of these are getting glued together, like where it folds, right? And add some glue. And just hold it there for a second. See, after they're cut and scored and whatnot, everything comes together faster. Okay, so let's glue these guys shut. If you want to use double-sided tape, you can. So we have that. You can use a pattern card if you have like a double-sided, it looks good. One thing I do tell you is don't use super heavy cardstock. It's gonna make everything more difficult. This is like the Recollections brand. It's like 65 pound. And it's still gonna be like thick enough to keep shape, yet be able to like really cut into them, right, and make them look pretty. Okay, let's glue that one there, and now we're on our last one, and we're gonna just do the same thing. We're just gonna add the glue. And put the last piece on top, and then I'm gonna hold it there for a while while it really sets up, I don't want to open this up until I know that it's dry. So I'm going to hold it for a while and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm hoping that it's set up long enough. So you have this, and then when you open it, you start getting this really pretty snowflake. So we're gonna open this all the way, and you're gonna glue here and adhere them together. So now we have a full snowflake. So let's do that right now. And I'm just gonna bring these in together, and I'm just gonna hold it there for a second. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry because I really don't want it to pop open, and I'll be back. Okay, so now we can add stuff to it, and I want to put something in the center. So maybe we'll use this guy, just a little snowflake, just to add something else to it. And then you could add some gems to this also. And let me see if we have enough here. It doesn't have to be in every one, maybe every other one. So we can do something like this. And you could leave them plain. If you use like a glitter card, make sure that it's a lightweight glitter card so you don't have issues. And you can hang them from the windows and whatnot, so that'll be cute. Alright. Okay. Let's see, a couple more. And these are like really inexpensive gems that I actually got from the dollar store. So you can just spruce up your snowflake any way you want. I would have used like a white cardstock, but my white card is very thick and I'm afraid it would have given me problems. So blue is nice. And we're almost done. One more. And you can add more to it, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that. And we're done. I really wanted to tackle one of these because, again, it's easier to do it when you see it, right? I got to add glue to this, but we'll do that later. All right, so we'll just press. Okay, so that's how the snowflake looks. This might fall, but it is what it is. And it's a very big size. It's almost 10 inches. I think I measured it at 9 3/4, right? So pretty impressive. That is our project. If you get them, really like play around with them. They're beautiful. And they also, like these guys, they make really pretty box toppers. Like instead of a bow, you can put a snowflake, or you know, just change it up a little bit, right? You can even put this in front of a bag. You can make them for your tree. You can do a lot of stuff with them. All right, guys. I will talk to you real soon, and have a great one. Okay, bye bye.